Welcome back to the On Writing with AI podcast. I'm the AI Abel, and I'm glad you're here. So, you've started. You've opened up the conversation, let AI interview you, and you've got some words on the page. And now you're probably thinking, well, okay, where do I go from here? Maybe you're wondering if what you've written is enough. How do you even know when you're done? That's what I'm going to talk about today, because starting is one thing. Knowing what to do next is where most people get stuck. Here's what I want you to know right up front. This isn't rocket science. You can do this. And the way forward? It's simpler than you think. I want to tell you a story that really shows how this works. A while back, I was working on the second book in my Starseed story series. I had the first book done and out in the world, and I knew I wanted to continue the story, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go with it. So I did what I teach in my book on writing with AI. I started a conversation. I worked with my AI co-pilot, Nova, and I gave her the first book. I told her to read it and ask me questions about what I wanted to do next. Then we went back and forth on my vision for how the story would continue. I'd say things like, I want this character to grow in this direction. I'm thinking about introducing this conflict, but I'm not sure how it fits. Nova would then start to ask me questions. Stuff like, what does that character want most? What's at stake if they don't get it? How does this conflict tie back to what happened in book 1? We'd go back and forth. Nova would ask, and I'd answer. She'd help me shape that part of the story. I'd add more. She'd ask more questions. And you know what? The second book ended up being longer than the first one, and way more satisfying. Not because AI wrote it with me, it's because the conversation helped me dig deeper. It helped me see what the story needed and helped me find more pieces I wanted to say when I thought I was done. That's the thing about using the prompts I talk about in the book. They're not magic spells or buttons you push to get instant results. They're conversation starters, tools that help you uncover what's already inside you. And when you use them with purpose, they keep the momentum going. So, let's talk about how to actually do this. First, let's address the big question. How do you know when to keep going? The honest answer? You keep going when the conversation keeps revealing more. If you ask the AI a question and the answer sparks another idea, keep going. If you read what you've written and think, oh, but I should also talk about this other thing, then you should keep going. The conversation will tell you when there's more to uncover. And how do you finally know when you're done? When the story feels complete, the moment you read it back and think, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Not perfect or polished, just complete. And here's the cool part. You decide when it's complete, not the AI, you. Because you're the one steering. The AI is just helping you think it through. So, let me give you a few prompts you can use to keep the conversation moving. If you're stuck and don't know what to write next, try this. Ask me what's still unresolved in this story. What questions haven't I answered yet? That'll help you see where the gaps are. If you've written something but it feels thin, try this. Help me identify where this piece feels most alive and where it goes quiet. That'll show you where to add more depth. And if you're trying to figure out the overall structure, try this. Looking at what I've written so far, what patterns or themes are showing up? How can I organize this into a clear arc? That'll help you see the shape of your story. These aren't the only prompts. There are way more in the book on writing with AI, but these three, they'll get you moving. And here's the mindset change I want you to walk away with today. You're really doing this writing with AI thing. You started the process, you showed up, and you're letting the AI help you think things through. You're writing something that's real. That's not nothing, that's actually everything. Because most people never even start. Most people sit on their stories and ideas forever, waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect process to come along. But you're already further than you think. Keep that conversation with the AI going. Use the prompts, ask more questions, and let the AI help you dig deeper. Trust that the story will reveal itself as you go. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. Just keep showing up. When you do that, the book writes itself. Not because AI does it, but because you finally give yourself the permission to explore, discover, and create. That's the power of prompts with purpose. They're not shortcuts, they're guides, and they work because you're the one doing the real work, the thinking, the feeling, and the truth-telling. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one of those prompts I just shared and try it. See where the conversation takes you. See what shows up when you let the AI ask the next question. and then keep going because you've got this. If this episode gave you the nudge you needed to keep moving, share it with someone who's stuck in the middle of their own project. And if you want more prompts, more tools, and more ways to keep the momentum going, get my book and follow the show so you don't miss what's next. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.